These are the plaintiffs, Farzana and Zabita D'Souza. Farzana says she bought a car from the defendant, and he intentionally didn't tell her about major problems the thing had. She only drove it a few blocks before it started acting up and was told it needed a new axle, transmission, and it had a steering wheel problem to boot. The defendant did a fraudulent thing, took advantage of her, and she wants the $5,000 she's owed returned. These are the defendants, John and John Schleppy. They say they're no mechanics, and they had no idea the car had all those problems. They told the plaintiff to have a professional look at the thing before she purchased it, did everything legal and by the book, and they're sorry, but the plaintiff is plumb out of luck. They're accused of hiding latent defects.
Thank you, Douglas. Farzana D'Souza?
Yes, D'Souza.
And, say it again.
D'Souza.
D'Souza.
Yes.
And Zabita D'Souza? Okay. You are suing John
Schleppy.
Schleppy. And John Schleppy?
Yes.
Okay. Dad, father, and son?
Yes.
Okay. For $5,000 that you say you are out in towing, insurance, title, loss of merit bonus, and annual raise. Okay. You have to explain that one. And the amount you paid for a car that has turned out to be a problem. Tell me.
Okay. Basically, I've been looking for a car for a while. It was a very long time before I actually found one that I was interested in.
Okay, how old are you? You look really young.
I'm 20 now.
20. Have
Yeah.
you had a car before?
No, never.
Okay, so this is your first car.
This was my first car, and I was really, really interested in making the purchase, doing it as quick as possible. Basically, there was a Craigslist ad. I was actually at work with my manager, who's one of my witnesses, and we were looking at cars, and we were calling places. He happened to be one of the people we called. He was very well-spoken over the phone, so I was like, you know, this sounds good, you know, doesn't seem bad. Let's go check it out. He actually brought up checking it out. He's like, yo, we'll go check it out tonight if you want after work. I was like, oh, you know, that's perfect. We go out there to see it. The car's there. It looks great, in very good body condition.
It was pretty?
Okay. Yes, it was pretty.
Okay. But how about, can I see him? Can you come on up, manager? And can you switch with him? What's your name?
My name is Miguel
And what's your last name?
Castillo.
Castillo. Mr. Castillo, are you two friends?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you know about cars?
Not that much.
Okay.
I got my own car. Not that much.
Good, you're my guy.
By.
That's who I'm taking to check out a used car that's how old?
It's a 1995 Civic.
Okay, so go ahead.
All right, so basically, looking at the ad looked immaculate. It said the car runs, motor and training.
Can I see the ad? Do you have
Sure.
it? Okay. Did he tell you about any problems with the car?
Oh, he told me the axle was starting to slip.
Oh, you didn't
Those
mention that.
exact words.
All right,
Yeah.
so go on.
Yes, he says the axle was starting to slip, and it was making a slight noise. It wasn't anything serious.
All right, you decide to buy the car and you pay how much for it?
I put $800 down for the title that day so I could go get it registered and come back and pick the car up.
Okay, and that's what you did?
Yes.
All right, and then you pick up the car and you pay how much more?
That day I came with $1,100 in hand.
Okay.
$1,100, which was
How
the
much were
remainder
you
of the
supposed
19.
to come with?
19 total.
Okay, so you came with what you were supposed to come with. You pay, and then you take the car, and what happens?
Basically, I drive off the lot, off of his driveway, turn around the corner, I go up. Now, sunrise is to get back towards my house. That's to the right. I didn't make that right because the car was feeling uncomfortable, it was shaky. Next left I make, the car stops working.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Not that having Miguel around isn't great and everything, but why didn't you have a mechanic take a look at the car?
It's the most difficult thing to explain, but realistically, I don't.
No, it's really not.
No,
I see it every day. The answer is I didn't want to spend the money. That's the answer.
You know, honestly, that did play a role.
No,
that
I do
did play
know.
a role.
I do know.
That did play a role.
Go ahead, but it's penny wise and pound foolish when you do that. Go ahead.
I see.
Go on.
Basically, all right, so we drive, we make that left, and car just stops moving. I'm pressing the accelerator. I'm like, oh my God. And I look at him. What's wrong? What's wrong? He has no clue, obviously. So I was like, all right, I'm calling him back right now. We put it in neutral, push it into a parking spot. I call him back. He's like, I'm coming right now.
You call who back?
John.
Okay.
Yes. I called him back right away. And after that happened, he came back. And he's like, oh, look, it's just the axle. He had me turn the wheel all the way to the left and showed me the axle was still spinning. So I'm like, oh, I must have broke it just now. So that's what I'm thinking. He's like, here, I'll work a deal out with you. I'll give you $600 right now. I'll give you $600. That'll cover anything that's wrong with the car. $600 will easily cover the axle fix. You know, I'm sorry this happened to you, whatever the case might be. He was like, but it will cover it. I was like, you sure you can't keep it at your house? John Schleppy Sr. went on to tell me, oh no, he's in a lot of financial trouble. We have no room for it at the house. So the next morning, me and my mom go back over there. We have it towed to the closest auto mechanic around. and go on to have the axle fixed, as they said it was necessary. They said they couldn't check the entire car until the axle was fixed. They could check
Right. How much
everything
did
but
that
the
cost you?
transmission. That came to a total of $489.
All right,
because
and then
I had to
after they
have it
fixed the
going
axle,
back.
what did they tell you?
They told me the transmission was no good. And I also have proof of that.
Okay.
So as far as that goes, after this, I was like, you know what? This guy knew what he was doing. He sold me a messed up car. I'm gonna deal about it the legal way. I had no more contact
All
with
right,
him
so
after
then
that time.
you had no more contact, and you did what? Hand it over to your mom?
Basically, my mom handled it from there.
Okay, now, Mom, what did you do?
I went with her for the towing. I said we're going to.
I don't need to know about that stuff.
Okay.
What did you do to handle it?
I work at night, so it was probably the next day she shows me the title and it says Citibank is a lien holder. That's the first thing I look at, and I'm like, Frizana, this is not a clear title. You're not a title holder.
What happened with that?
Listen, I don't know
What happened with that?
You brought that
The
up.
Hold
lien,
on.
The lien holder of the car was originally from Texas, so the lien holder was from Texas on it. In New York State, I read that it says if it is an out-of-state lien, that it always records on the title. So when I
No,
registered,
I don't understand. Was that lien satisfied or wasn't it?
it was satisfied.
How do you know?
Because I was able to register the car with no problems when I
That
owned
doesn't
the
mean
car.
you might have just gotten away with an incompetent clerk. Is there a lien on the car?
There is no lien.
How
on
do
the
you
car.
know? If
When
the
we
title
spoke-
says there's a lien, when a lien is satisfied, it's just satisfied. It's off the title. The person who satisfied the lien gets a clear title. The person before you who satisfied the lien
Yes.
gets a clear title. If you satisfied the lien, you get a clear title. There's not a clear title because that's a game changer. I'm very concerned. For all I know, the person who sold it to you stole it out of whatever state there was a lien on it. Okay? And then you got a hot car, maybe unbeknownst to you, and now you're selling a hot car. I don't know, but that's a problem for someone, and it's not her if that's true. Okay? So I need to know this. What makes you think the lien is satisfied? Do you have some other proof, I guess, is what I'm asking, that it's satisfied, other than that you got away with registering it?
The only proof was when I went to DMV.
Okay, fine. Hold that thought. Hand me the title. Now, you get involved, Mom, and now, by the way, what do you do for a living?
I'm a legal secretary.
Oh, look at that. All right, so you get involved and you place some calls. The calls are not returned. And so you decide to
two
put pen to
consecutive
paper.
calls.
Yeah, 2 consecutive calls.
Right
and
that
so
day.
you decide to write a letter. Okay. Now, tell me about that letter, because that is $2,876 of your lawsuit. Tell me about the letter.
The letter, I went that night to work, and I drafted my letter, had my address on it, and then I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know these people. I'm just going to put my firm address. So I put care of. on my
Care
phone,
of the
my
law
firm's
firm.
name.
You didn't do that to put a little
No.
muscle, right?
No,
You didn't do that
absolutely
so that
not.
your letter would have a little more import, right?
Absolute, no way.
Okay.
I did
Well,
not.
what ended up
You have to
happening?
explain it then.
You get the letter.
I got the letter, Your Honor.
Now, the letter is, in fairness, the letter's very clearly written at her house. Doesn't look like letterhead, right?
It was on legal letterhead. It was.
It was on legal letterhead. Can I see your copy of the letter? Because maybe I have a different one. And the reason I'm asking this is because you picked up the phone, found out that this name LLP was an actual law firm, called the law firm, and let them know what she was up to so that you could get her fired.
No, what happened was when I did call, her boss got on the phone. She said, "Well, what is the letter?" She says, "Can you do me a favor? Can you send me a copy of that letter?" Which I did. I faxed it over to her. She called me back about 15 minutes later, and she goes, "To let you know that no way, shape, or form,
Okay.
she shouldn't
now
have."
I want you to look
have
me in
used-
the eye. Now I want you to look me in the eye. Did you really think that she was writing on behalf of a law firm, or did you think she was inappropriately trying to show some muscle and intimidate your
No,
son?
I really thought it was from a law firm. Yes.
Okay. Did you think she was a lawyer?
I didn't know if she was a lawyer or not.
Have you ever gotten a lawyer letter?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, good for you. All right. Now, you are suing him for $2,800 in what? In a raise
My
you didn't
merit,
get
I was
because of
told-
this?
I was told, yes.
And that's his fault?
I don't know. I mean, I think it is.
You
no?
do? Really?
Well, if he hadn't called, I mean, you know.
Oh, right. If you just hadn't caught
Did
me
he-
committing armed robbery, I wouldn't be in jail. It's
Your
your fault
Honor.
for catching me.
So would you invest $100 or $200 in having a mechanic look at a car?
You know what? I don't think I would do it that way.
Really? You would roll the dice?
Well,
Either yes or no.
maybe I'm not understanding the question.
Would you actually invest $100, $200 to know the car you're buying is good?
Yes, because then later on it will be worth it because your car will work and you don't need to do repairs.
Or you won't buy the car because you find out it's lousy going inside the courtroom?
Your Honor, my phone number was on there. If you look at the letter, my cell phone
So
number.
what?
Yeah.
Let's assume what
Okay.
I assume, which is he's not a fool. he knows that you were, he sees that it's the same last name, and he was trying to get you in trouble deliberately because he feels like you are taking advantage of his son by intimidating his son when it was an as-is sale, and you don't have a right to anything unless, of course, there's not clear title, which will hold that thought, okay? Let's assume that he did all that. Why would I then order him to pay you $3,000 than a missed raise when you missed the raise because of your own darn fault? Because your firm got mad at you for implying that this personal matter had anything at all to do with the firm, and you don't have a right to do that. That's why you got written up. No, he would never have to pay you $2,800 to do that. All right, now let's talk about the car, okay? This purchase is an as-is sale. Any purchase of a used car from a private party is an as-is sale, okay?
Yes.
And the car could break down 7 inches from his front door. And unless you can prove that there was a fraud, and fraud doesn't mean you bought a bad car. Fraud means he lied about something, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And it hurts so much when the car lasts a day or 2 days or a week, or it hurts even more when it dies on the ride home. But these are the problems with buying a used car that is that old without having a mechanic.
I understand.
You see, the hurry you were in cost you a lot of time. You wheelless now, or you got wheels now?
I'm wheelless.
Wheelless
still to this day. Yes.
Okay? Lo barato sale caro. The cheap comes out expensive.
It's
Okay?
true. It is
To
true.
save the $100 or $200 of having a mechanic look at it, you have inherited a tremendous headache. The fact that he even went out there, by the way, I haven't even heard from you, but what possessed you to go out there?
Well, she had said, because she had given me the $1,100 that night, she had said, can you just give me my $1,100 back and I'll keep the car at your house still? And I said,
What's that resolve?
she already had put the car on the road and registered the car and transferred it and put plates on it. I'm not keeping the car now, which is hers, in front of my house any longer.
Right.
So I said, I'll make a deal with you. I'll cut it down half. I'll give you $600 back,
Okay.
not the $1,100.
Now, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One of them is, you have no idea if there's a loan on the car. You just know that despite the fact that there's a lien on the title, that you were able to register it. We've been over that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta imagine that lien was satisfied years ago. And maybe that's what DMV is assuming every time they're looking at it and saying, 1995 car, we're gonna. I don't know. Or maybe they really don't care whether there's a lien. You just keep transferring and you guys are subject to the lien, so they don't care. I'm not sure about all that. I know nobody hid the lien from you. It's right on the title. And I know you had, just like he had no problem registering it, you had no problem registering it. So you're not going to win based on the lien. You're about to lose. Why are you going to lose? Because this is an as-is sale. And even though I find it very distasteful that it broke down the block, I would never have driven that car. This man gave you notice that there was an axle problem. I'm stunned he ran over and gave you $600. I mean, he didn't have to. So you need to consider yourself $600 ahead of the game in this one. You are not going to receive $2,800 from Dad, even if I think that Dad did make that call sort of deliberately, because you got caught doing something bad, and that's why you cost yourself a promotion. If you were working for me, I might have fired you. Feel lucky that you didn't get fired. Okay? Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you. Verdict for the defendant means the plaintiff steps out here on the losing end of this case. Sad, you say?
Just slightly, honestly, because I did feel like the law kind of cheated me. That's about it.
Who cheated you?
The law, in a way.
The law or the defendant?
The defendant.
All right. Well, that's different. I mean, you know, but the law was on his side.
I
Well,
did
next
put
time
it
you go
on
to
his
buy a
side.
car like that, a used car in an as-is situation, I will always bring a...
Mechanic. That's how
Very
it goes.
good. Okay, very good. All right. Did you know you were going to win this case on the as-is situation? It's not gonna
Yeah, I'd definitely say I knew as is as is. When you buy something, you know, it's...
Well, so when you sold
accept
it to her and it was ready to break down, you know, within a few minutes, you went like, whew, I got rid of it.
Not at all, actually. She called me back, you know, and I still went down there and still did the right thing. I helped her, looked at the car, and I still gave her a third of the price she paid for the car back so she could still get the car fixed and not have to spend money
Were
on
there
it.
some things wrong with it that you didn't tell her?
Yes, there was.
You didn't
There was only the thing that was the axle, and that I did stated that. There was nothing else underlying anything.
All right. You got it, Harvey.
It is nuts not to pay the money for a mechanic, and what you can do also is negotiate that as part of the price of the car, that if you buy it, deduct maybe half of the mechanic's value from the purchase price.